Thanks for coming, Pete. We want to show you something.
The Silent Hill 2 remake has been officially rated M by the ESRB, which is not surprising given the franchise's consistently graphic nature. The rating suggests that a release window might be imminent. I have heard that there will be a PlayStation something, either a state of play or a showcase next month in May. So this is probably going to be there.
Heal the world together.
Well, it's about time that we finally see exactly what PlayStation has cooking up next. But regardless, welcome back, true believers and all you spectacular Spidey fans, to another very exciting Marvel Spider-Man 2 related video, where obviously, even though Marvel Spider-Man 2 has already fully released at this point, and the highly requested New Game Plus update for the game did launch last month in March, there's plenty of Spidey fans still out there thoroughly wondering exactly what we might be able to expect next. And luckily for all of you, it looks like that we might not have to wait that much longer to receive answers. So if you're excited to dive into the future of the Marvel Spider-Man franchise with me, then definitely be sure to thwip that like button and subscribe to the channel for even more Marvel Spider-Man 2 and Marvel Games videos down the line. So as you saw from the very beginning of the video, is that we did recently receive some very interesting information from none other than Jeff Grubb, who, if you're somehow unaware, is an extremely reliable gaming industry insider, who I myself have even thoroughly talked about various times in the past when crediting reliable sources. And the majority of things that Jeff Grubb reports on barely end up being incorrect. So even though you should definitely take everything that Jeff says with a grain of salt just in case it doesn't end up being true, chances are that it will more than likely end up happening. And in this case, the news just so happens to be about PlayStation, where, as it was summarized by VideoGamesChronicle.com, is that it's claimed that Sony is planning a PlayStation showcase next month, and that Silent Hill 2 could feature at the event. Now, according to Giant Bomb's Jeff Grubb, he's heard a bunch of times that either a PlayStation showcase or a state of play will take place in May, and that following the news that Konami's Silent Hill 2 remake has been classified by the ESRB, Grubb said he's expecting the game to appear at the PlayStation event, when it could receive a release date. And to quote Grubb directly from his podcast is that he states, "I have heard that there will be a PlayStation something, either a state of play or a showcase, next month in May." So this, meaning Silent Hill 2, is probably going to be there. I've heard both a showcase and maybe state of play. It seems like it might lean towards showcase. It's definitely in that time frame of when they did the showcase last year. And yes, Grubb is 100% right to make that comparison, considering that a PlayStation showcase held in May of 2023 ran for over an hour and featured more than 30 games, as well as the PlayStation Portal reveal. New game announcements included Helldivers 2, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater, Marathon, Foam Stars, Fair Games, and Concord. And obviously for all you Spidey fans out there is that the 2023 PlayStation Showcase is where we finally got to see actual gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man 2 in action. So even without Jeff Grubb saying anything, is that it is a very logical assumption to make that we could see another massive PlayStation event take place next month in May. But as for what exactly we could see during this possible PlayStation event, either pertaining to Marvel or more specifically Spider-Man, there is actually quite a lot to keep in mind. The first major aspect actually relates to the PlayStation side of things, where if you've been keeping up with recent news, is that Jim Ryan, who was the previous CEO of PlayStation overall, has now officially finally stepped down from that role. And to follow this up, another Sony executive of Hiroki Totoki will officially be taking charge as the interim CEO of PlayStation as it stands right now. Now, this specific detail is actually pretty important in the grand scheme of the gaming industry side of things, considering that there's actually quite a lot of business decisions that Jim Ryan has made in the past that I am personally not all that fond of. And a lot of that had to do with the previous PlayStation showcase in 2023, where besides Marvel's Spider-Man 2 showing up during that event, event is that the majority of the games that were shown off there were indeed live service titles. But now it seems like that other massive first-party PlayStation studios are starting to back away from that business practice, which I for one couldn't be happier about. And that this potential brand new upcoming PlayStation showcase, which could be happening next month in May, will be the first PlayStation showcase to occur since the leaving of Jim Ryan, which personally makes me very optimistic to see what exactly the overall company of Sony Interactive Entertainment has in store for their player base, as well as what type of new and innovative experiences that Sony could be crafting within their production pipeline. Which now brings us back to Marvel's Spider-Man 2. Despite Insomniac Games themselves not officially confirming whether or not Marvel's Spider-Man 2 will receive any type of story DLC in the near future, we might have already seen a very brief glimpse of this DLC in action within the Marvel Spider-Man 2 Flying Fresh Suit Pack promotional video, where even though I've already brought up this tease in previous videos, we do see this very interesting shot of Peter wearing the Advanced Suit 2.0 within his bedroom in Aunt May's house. And on the left side of the screen, we do see a bunch of chat bubbles indicating that Peter is texting someone, where I would presume it to be either Miles or MJ. And for me personally, after already playing through Marvel Spider-Man 2 up to 5 separate times at this point from start to finish, I can completely guarantee you that absolutely nothing like this happens within the game's base campaign, which indicates to me that this clip could be our very first glimpse at story DLC for Marvel Spider-Man 2. And if this PlayStation showcase ends up happening next month in May, we could very well see a reveal trailer for this DLC be shown during this event, where if all that does end up happening, I would assume that this DLC would launch sometime this year in 2024 rather than coming out next year in 2025. And as a bonus, or what some might view as an unfortunate addition, is that we still have even more Marvel Spider-Man 2 suits to look forward to down the line. However, these are the suits that are being made by the influencer collaboration with Marvel and Kids Super. And just like the Hellfire Gala suits, is that I would assume that all 4 of these costumes will be added into the game for absolutely no cost. Although I don't think that too many people are going to want to wear these. But regardless, free content is better than no content. Now, on the other hand of what exactly Insomniac is working on, is that it has been quite a long time since we got any official details pertaining to Marvel's Wolverine. And if we're lucky, we might be able to see a repeat of sorts from Insomniac, given what we already previously saw from the 2021 PlayStation showcase potentially happen here once again for 2024, where in 2021 we did receive the official reveal trailer for both Marvel's Spider-Man 2 and Marvel's Wolverine. But for this potential PlayStation showcase, we could see a possible announcement trailer for any type of Marvel Spider-Man 2 story DLC that could come for the game later this year, and on top of that, we could finally be able to see some official gameplay of Marvel's Wolverine in action, which I think would make for one hell of a PlayStation showcase. But whether or not you're a fan of Spidey, Wolverine, or both, I think it's safe to say that this upcoming PlayStation showcase will more than likely have something for everyone. And given just how reliable Jeff Grubb has been in the past, I think it's now only a matter of time until we hear an official word from PlayStation themselves. And I will undoubtedly make sure to cover all that news for you when the time arrives. But with all that said, everybody, that's the video I have for all you today, and please let me know all your thoughts in the comments section down below. What do you think about this potential PlayStation showcase news? And based on all the other games that PlayStation currently has in the works, which one would you like to see more of next? Would it be one of the upcoming Marvel games, Ghost of Tsushima 2, Until Dawn Remastered, Silent Hill 2 Remake, or any other game that you could potentially think of? Let me know what you think. Be sure to leave a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you did enjoy, and for more Marvel Spider-Man 2 and other Marvel games videos like this in the future. Thank you all so much for watching, stay spectacular Spidey fans, and until next time, peace out.